Everybody out there on White Street, you already know what it is. Salute everybody.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to SteveBussaGS. We got another scorecard interview for you. My guy, introduce yourself, please.
What's good? What's good out there, GS crew? This your man KG Salone representing Sierra Leone to the bone. Know what I mean?
My guy got the flag ready to go. That's what I'm talking about, man. How you feeling? Man,
I'm great, man. I'm great. Every day I'm above this earth. Great. Feeling
good. I love to hear it. I fucking love to hear it, man. I love the positivity. Very, very congruent with the other conversations that we have. I am probably more excited than you are to hop into this. There's a lot, man. Everything that I've heard about you so far, whether it's from the music that we've listened to, the ties that you had with the fans that, which we're going to get into right away. Everything's been super positive. I haven't heard one negative thing about you, which makes me want to dig into the interview a lot. So first things first, who is Prompter Lava? We need to talk about your man, all right? This guy is in my inbox religiously promoting your stuff. Whatever you're paying him, you are not paying that man enough. Can you please give him a shout out for me?
Yeah, just shout out to my man Promoter Lava, my man Osman. You know what I mean? That's my blood. He worked hard, man, and I told him, and I told his mom, I'm like, yo, we stick together. I'm gonna make sure your son's life change for the better. You know what I'm saying? And he been putting in work. I'm gonna tell you a little background about him. I was in Sierra Leone, I believe 2018. I'm on the radio doing an interview, and next thing I know, when I got off the interview, this guy hits me, on my Facebook and all. He was like, I want to work with you. I was like, you want to work with me? He's like, yeah, I'm a promoter. Boom, boom, boom. Give me all his resume. And I'm like, all right, because it was new for me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know anybody much in Sierra Leone because I haven't been there since I was 8 years old. So it was a dope thing. So we just clicked up. He introduced me to a lot of his people. And before you know, we became like family. He's in Longate with the Longate Promoters Association. And just a good dude, man, good heart. And I'm praying for him right now. He's trying to get all his paperwork to move to Canada. So hopefully that should be coming through real soon.
Salute to him for that. I gotta say, with as persistent as he is with his messages, super, super respectful. I don't think you could ask for better representation, you know what I'm saying, of yourself out there. So I just want to say that just because, I've had more communication with him than I have with my own damn fans. So I had to give my guy a little shout out. Walk me through what you was talking about, though. So you said you were born in Sierra Leone. You was there until you was 8 years old, and then kind of walk me through that. What happened there? Because I know you. I was born stateside now, right?
Yeah. Right now I'm in Charlotte. I've been here for a few years now. I came out here, went to college. Matter of fact, my wife is from here. That's another reason why I ended up here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my wife Erica, by the way. But yeah, so I left Sierra Leone when I was 8 years old. Came to New York, to Brooklyn, and then to Jersey. Same. You know
what? I can hear it. I can hear it now that you're saying it. I can hear it in the music a little bit. All right, that makes a little sense. That makes a little sense. All right.
Well, yeah. So shout out to my pops, man, Joseph Gouger, because he changed all our lives. It's a bunch of us. He formed a dynasty. Came to New York with $5 in his pocket. No joke, $5 in his pocket. Went to college, maintained everybody, brought all his brothers and sisters over. You know what I'm saying? Just changed our entire life. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mom's, man. Rest in peace, Lula Gouger. And, she held him down, and, life been good ever since, man. So since he was able to change our life, that's what I want to do, is change other people's lives. Starting out from the country where I was born in.
And you decided to go back to Sierra Leone. Do you go back and forth often, or what is your relationship with them?
At first I wasn't going back often because I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? As I got a little older, when I can afford to make moves myself, I started going back the last 3 years or so. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even on the music tip. It was just like, I need to go learn my background. I need to learn my history. It just so happened, I make music on the side just for entertainment because I grew up with music. I grew up, listening to the Kanes, to the Cool G Raps, to the Jay-Z's, to not, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with these dudes, so when I'm listening to them, I'm like, yo, these niggas shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I don't even compare to them in my book, what I was saying, because they're like heroes to me. You feel me? So when I was making the music, I was just keeping it real low and just writing. Cause I'm a writer. I do poetry. I do all of that. And then on top of that, I'm an actor. So I actually went to school for acting, and I got a theater degree from the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. I mean, so I was yeah. So I was doing,
like this is the shit. Like, so, like, I love the narrative. Like, the narrative is very different from the one that is pushed by the media, especially regarding hip hop artists. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting here promoting college education, promoting multiple careers, promoting going to give back to your roots and shit like that. Like, bro, that's super fucking, like, don't let that just be glanced over. Like, that's super fucking dope, man.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. And you know, and that's what you said exactly is what I'm trying to do, is like change the narrative. I want, when they look at our community, not just in Africa, but in America, you know, they don't just put us in this box. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's in a box. You could be thugging and be a gangster all your life, but you're not a gangster to your moms. You're not a gangster to your family. You know what I mean? Right. So I want people to be able to see people, black men, black women, whatever, to see them as they are, not, you know, because it's like we're put in this box that we have to be gangster, we got to be all this and that, when we're just normal people like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And we're just trying to achieve and feed our family and live like everybody else. So yeah, I'm here to change that narrative, of course. I even have a show, a podcast that I do called Bridging the Gap, and it's bridging, you know, people from, especially the African heritage from all around the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I connect people from the continent of Africa itself to black people in America, to black people in Europe and all of that. So that's the thing, because there's this divide in there that when you're African, you're different. When you're a black American, you're different. You know, so we have that as well. So I just trying to erase that line in the sand and just, you know, let us know we're all the same. We're all struggling with the same things, trying to become somebody in this world and leave a legacy. You know what I mean? So
where can they check that podcast out at? Definitely plug that.
The podcast is on Spotify every week, every Monday. New episode come out on there. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the people that make that happen for me. But yeah, every Monday it's called Bridging the Gap. Also, you know, got the clothing line. So everything I make off this clothing line, KG Salone, it goes to Sierra Leone as well. It's just a lot of stuff. Like I said, I'm an actor. I know I'm all over the place, but like I said, I'm an actor.
There's a lot to dig into, man. All right, before we let's try and keep focused for a second here, right?
All right.
About 3 years ago, you start going back to Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
What's the vibe like that? Like, you know, like I imagine it's a little surreal for you, like going back, you know, to where you come from and shit like that. How were you received? Like musically or individually, or like what was that like?
Man, it's like you said, surreal is the word. Excuse me. At first, you know, I got there. I just wanted to see the scenery, maybe it'll refresh my memory, because at 8 years old, what can you really retain? You know what I mean? Right. But I went back and just to pay respect to things, and I wanted to learn about my culture, because I don't know how long my father's gonna be here. He was like my only link to Sierra Leone. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm the elder of all my siblings. So what would I teach them, or how would I take them back to see, you know, where we all come from? All my children, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to have that opportunity to see it myself, link up with people, and just, you know, build a relationship. And that's basically what happened. But when I got on the ground, people showed me love. Like pretty much the last time I went, they had a parade for me. You know what I'm saying? Like at the airport. Yeah, they had a parade for me at the airport. Everybody's there with t-shirts with my face on it. You know, it was crazy. It was something unimaginable, man. And it's just real love from Sierra Leone. That's why I pick them up. Wild. Yeah, the music I do is for them. Everything I do is for them. And eventually, you know, for the entirety of Africa, because my philosophy is like, we live good in America, but what did they do so bad that their life is, you know, is beneath, you know, the living standard? So I want to try to change as much as I can. My ultimate goal, you know, to provide housing, to build schools, build hospitals. So that's what I'm on.
That's awesome. And are you doing that? Is it like through like a foundation? Is this coming like straight out the pocket? Like what's
it's coming out my pocket under my biological mother's name, the Agnes Levy Foundation. But I do food drives. I've been doing food drives for a while. Did a food drive last year for COVID-19 where we went out to all 13 provinces around the country and handed out food, handed out money, handed out face masks, you know, just natural necessities that they needed. Also, we did one this year. About last month, we went to some of the villages, like my father's village, my mother's village, and we just dropped off food and handed out stuff. And some of my artists was there to help out. Shout out to Lord Winner, shout out to Pontifex, of course, Lover. Shout out to Kano. All them people, man, they just been holding me down and just keeping it real with me.
That's super fucking dope. So you're not the first artist from Sierra Leone that we've interviewed here. I actually have a relationship with Cal De Niro. Shout out to Cal.
Shout out to my bro. Yeah.
Like recently got an amazing, I don't know if promotion's the word, but a position for ambassador of entertainment, if I'm not saying that right.
Yeah, and congratulations on that position too, for real. He deserved it because he's the pioneer of the hip hop pioneer in Sierra Leone. So much respect to my bro.
That's super dope. A lot of what you're saying reminds me of the conversation that I've had with him. When I spoke with Cal, a lot of it is about trying to better Sierra Leone. There's this sense of nationalism. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's this sense of pride of country and stuff like that. And like, I don't know, like the only people that I speak to from Sierra Leone all have this kind of like link, like, yo, we're here to build the community up and stuff like that. That's not necessarily the case in America. Every rapper in America, the artists in here aren't necessarily trying to, accomplish that goal. A lot of the time it's just rap. There's not that link between community and artists, right? Why do you think that it like what is that? Is that a cultural difference? Is that like what is that? Like that's super dope. And I want the viewers to be able to grasp that and understand that vibe a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Well, Sierra Leone, the model for Sierra Leone is the land that we love. And we really love that land. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope you get an opportunity one day to visit. As soon as you get off the plane and you approach the Atlantic Ocean, you cross over to Freetown because you have to get in a ferry just to cross over to the main city. You'll see that it's called the Lion Mountain. So you'll see these palisades of lions, really carved out in the stone naturally.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy. Like when
you can't just tell, I'm not used to. You can't just tell me there's gonna be a bunch of lions there waiting for me. Like we gotta clarify that a little bit, my guy.
No, it's a natural incision into the rock from the naturalness of the earth itself. You know what I'm saying? So when the Portuguese was one of the first explorers to show up to Sierra Leone. So when they saw it, they named it the Lion Mountain. They named it Sierra Leone, which means the Lion Mountain. That's why it's called that. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. But yeah, so the hospitality of the people is just crazy. And then the other background about Sierra Leone, most of the inhabitants that's there, all the inhabitants, they came from Scotland, they came from America, they came from England, they came from all over when slavery was abolished. I even have a verse about that in one of my songs. You know what I'm saying? So they all came to Sierra Leone to settle down. A lot of people from Jamaica. So it's a mixture of all of us and different tribes and different origination that came to Sierra Leone. So we super proud of the country. We know the magnitude that it had on the African continent and the British continent. And shout out to my man Mark Spradley in London. Another white guy that's really loves Sierra Leone. I don't even know. He might love Sierra Leone more than I do. Shout out to the Spradley Foundation. For real, man. I got to introduce y'all. Not because he's white, but I'm just telling you so he can show you from his perspective of him visiting from England and the feeling that he received. He's building a lot of buildings there, doing a lot of stuff with his foundation there as well. And at one time, Sierra Leone was really the British capital. That's how dope this place is. It's that dope. It's full of beaches all around, real beautiful country, beautiful people. And like I said, the hospitality is out of this world. So I urge everyone to just come and visit, see part of it. And of course, we're struggling because, we went through the Civil War and all that. And the war didn't start in Sierra Leone, it started in Liberia, but, it's kind of flooded into Sierra Leone, because Sierra Leone and Liberia, they're next to each other. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, absolutely. No, I appreciate you with the history lesson and everything like that too. Like the fact that there's an education aspect to these interviews too, I think is super important. Part of what my goal is, what I want to do is bridge the gap, ironically enough, between countries, just to have that international. I didn't know that there was an African hip hop scene at all. Like I went from knowing nothing to going balls deep in the South African hip hop scene to finding out that it's not just in South Africa, to going and finding out about the hip hop scene in Nigeria and Ghana and Sierra Leone, Zimbabwe.
Right.
So like I'm still learning a lot too. So the fact that there's like that educational aspect to it for my viewership, I think that helps a lot with like transparency and bridging the gap and understanding in the culture and shit like that. And that makes it makes it a little bit easier to grasp some of the music too. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot, I've come to find there's a lot of the conscious leg of hip hop. You know what I mean? For you know, there's with various artists, obviously. So that's super fucking dope, dude. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's crazy that you said what you said, because 3 years ago, I didn't know really anything about the African hip hop, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of new to me, just like you. I didn't really know that it was like powerhouses in Africa. I didn't really know that people spit over there like they spit over here. And some of them even better. You know what I'm saying? So when I caught a hold of it, and I was like, I mean, it blew me out this earth. I was like, oh, they spitting for real, and they into hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like over here, hip hop kind of, we don't even use hip hop anymore. We just say rap over here, right? But they really live the hip hop life. You know what I'm saying? Like they really into the arts and crafts of it, the DJ part, the graffiti, you know, all of that stuff that we used to kind of idolize on this side. So it just, you know, and me growing up just hip hop, sneaking out the house to go to the house parties or all of that, I just fell in love with what they was doing as well. And it kind, you know, it was just an organic thing to happen. But yeah, but shout out to my man Lyrical Joe. I'm on the way to Ghana, matter of fact, on the 13th.
That's my guy.
That's my guy.
Yo, you gotta watch my interview with LJ. Same thing like we're doing with you. I had an interview with Lyrical Joe, and it's probably my best interview that I have on my channel. That dude is fucking legit.
We got a banger. Me and Joe got a banger. So I'm flying out to Ghana so we can shoot the video. You know what I mean?
Bro, that's fucking dope as shit. Yo, he's doing this thing too, like with the barcodes and stuff like that. Where like I literally was just talking about this with the podcast and shit like that, the Triple Distinct podcast with PQ and Stoke. And like very first episode, I gave him a shout out. Like he told me this a while ago in an interview that he was going to like start putting people on and collab and try to like show love left and right. And the fact that he's doing it, and then hearing that from you too, like bridging that, like there was some beef with Sierra Leone previously. So seeing them get over those type of hurdles for the betterment of the culture and the artists involved, like one of the best things that he says is like when it comes to beef, when it comes to battles and shit like that, it's just lyrics. You know what I'm saying? It's just the competitive sport and nature of hip hop, and like that's it. So like you saying this and shit like this, and you telling me like that's the direction that you're going, bro. That's I love to see it. I absolutely love to see it, man.
It's crazy. I know a lot of people probably criticize whatever. I don't care what people say anyway. But like I said, my ultimate goal is to bring us all together, you know, as one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a lot of division, and sometimes that's what cripples our acceleration or just, you know, elevation. You know what I'm saying? It cripples things. I grew up in a culture where I learned from Islam. I took from the Torah. I took from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The 5%ers, because the 5%ers, that's what's on my block. You know what I'm saying? So I took a lot from that, and I just interjected into my life and how I operate. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to people in Ghana. Shout out to the people in Sierra Leone. I know the beef was on and all that, but I was just here to squash all of that because we're brothers, man. We're brothers and sisters. The people are already suffering. What are we fighting about?
And I think that's one of the best things. Like, bro, you got to check out the interview. And then like one of the best things is that differential and explaining and hearing artists like yourself, like LJ, like Cal, talk about the difference between real life and bars. You know what I mean? Like a lot of not a lot of the times, almost 100% of the time, I'd say a strong 99% of the time, anything that ever escalates, et cetera, are fans who don't understand that it's a competitive sport. You know what I'm saying? You don't, and it's like these interviews, man, I'm telling you, I hope at some point they blow up and stuff like that and really start to make a difference, because the message when I'm talking to you guys, yo, it's always positivity. It's always love. It's always about growth of the culture and coming together and stuff like that. So like, I hope that message being repeated over and over and over again from people from different countries and shit like that, like that it starts to really resonate with people. You feel me?
Indeed, and you know, I applaud you guys like Jigs, yourself, Sean T. You know, all them guys. Y'all kind of like the gatekeepers, especially to the African hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Y'all formed the bridge for the people to be able to express themselves. Some years back, you wouldn't be able to see some of these artists. You know what I mean? Like if you didn't have like a connection to the outside world. Right. So I applaud you guys for building that bridge so they can see these artists and all that. And I give respect to all of them, man. Mex Quartet, all them dudes, man. They dope.
Mex is a problem.
yeah, them dudes is like I don't even try to battle. Like I mean, I can, you know what I'm saying, but that's not what I came for. That's not the lane that I really want to go into. I'm not a person that just want to spit metaphors and bars all the time. I want to make records. Like when you heard a Tupac record, or you heard people like a G-Rap or Kane or KRS, they just didn't spit bars. They spit real shit, but at the same time it was lyrical, and you know what I'm saying? But it was making sense. It was a song. Right. You know what I'm saying? They was giving out episodes of their life. So that's like the form that I'm in. So sometimes you may listen to my song, you're like, damn, he didn't kick no bars. Because that's not what I'm trying to do when I write.
That wasn't the goal. That's not the vibe.
Right.
I got you. And I think, so for me personally, as I've dug into your music, I have yet to hear 2 tracks that are of the same lane. Like I've definitely seen your versatility on the channel. If you guys check the channel, you look up the KG Salone reactions that we've done so far. No track, like we've got bars, we got the storytelling. The conscious track that you did was literally my introduction to you. That was super fucking dope. And then the last one was definitely more like house party type, you know what I'm saying? Like turn up music, you know what I'm saying? So there's a little bit of all of it in there. I think that's super fucking dope. Here's an important question, right? So your music is definitely tied to the culture, to Sierra Leone. You've already said that the proceeds and everything like that go towards the betterment of the community and everything like that. If somebody's watching this interview and they want to support you, what's the best place to hear your music, to stream, to make an impact? If they want to, contribute that to the streams, to the revenue source and everything like that.
Man, I'm on every streaming platform, every digital platform, from Spotify to YouTube, anywhere you can think of. I'm Audio Mac. I'm on everything. I actually, a lot of videos on YouTube. Make sure I update stuff. I mean, you'll see me even in the movie. You see me on the runway because I model as well. So you'll see me doing.
I'm gonna need to hold the bag, my guy. Come on, teach me how to do something. I just sit for this damn computer, my guy.
Bro, because what I'm trying to do, I really want to make a media entertainment in Africa. You know what I'm saying? So just to give people opportunity to showcase their talent, not just in music, but in movies, on the runway. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not building it for me. I'm building it for the people so it can benefit them. So that's basically it. So it's just things that I used to do. Like as a kid, I would model like in different shows, NAACP shows, all of that in New York and New Jersey. And as I grew up, the acting, I was doing plays in school, like Bye Bye Birdie, putting on the Ritz, like crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? I like talent. I like to explore. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want people to see the part where people be just like, "Yo, this is a gangster." I mean, we had that. I did dumb shit. I sold drugs and all that, but that's not what I'm trying to glorify. We all did shit just to get by. But I want to show other aspect of being a black man in America or in the world, period. You know what I'm saying? We all here for the same thing.
That's super fucking dope, bro. Do you have any type of like proteges or anything like that? Anybody that you're bringing up rap-wise? Anyone that you're running with?
So to give back, I also signed some artists. I first signed an artist from Nigeria named Milani. I signed a female artist named Pisha from Sierra Leone. I signed Pontifex. Yo, you like bars, you love bars. Pontifex, please check out his name, the Pontifex.
You're gonna have to slide me a link. Slide me a link.
Yeah, the preacher. You know what I mean? So he lived for bars, he lived for battles. So that's what he do. Lord Winner, shout out to my man Lord Winner. I had a contest called Get the Fuck Out, and it ran for a couple of months. And these guys, they entered, they gave their version of Get the Fuck Out. And I ended up picking the winner. Actually, Lord Winner won the whole thing over the months. But I picked out those guys from that contest because they were showing their ability, not just lyrically, but just the business part of this game. I'm trying to teach them the business part, the paperwork and all that, you know, because it's not just about you writing and spitting and making the song. You got to really know the background and the business of it so you can benefit you.
That's dope, man. That's super fucking dope. So what's the you got a lot going on, right? What do you think like what would you say is the primary focus? Like, what's the next thing to look out for you? What's the next big thing, like big move that you're making?
I'm trying to finish up the album and the mixtape. I got an album called Native Son getting ready to come out. Shout out to my producer Bosch Beats. When I tell you though, this dude's like the Swiss Beats of Africa, the Timberland of Africa.
What's his name?
Trust me, Bosch Beats.
Bosch Beats. I look him up.
Yo, he's that dope. I went to a concert in Sierra Leone before I even got on stage. Every artist that performed, their production came from Bosch Beats. So when you hear that song "Follow Me" with Mimish B,
right,
that's Bosch.
Can we talk about this before we move on from that?
Yeah.
I need to hear it from you, right?
All right.
Did she eat you on that?
Yeah, that was the whole idea. That was the whole idea.
Halfway through the reaction, I'm like, yo, she's cooking on this. She was actually cooking on it. I was like, yo, she might be eating him on this track, yo.
Right. That was the whole idea. And I told them intentionally that's what we went to do. Because what happened, we made a song before that song. And she wasn't pleased with it, and I wasn't too pleased with it neither. So, you know, she was kind of grumbling. So I was like, Boss, yo, hook something up. And when he hooked it up, she came in the studio and she knocked out her part and, you know, doing her thing. But I told Bosh, I said, yo, I want her to overshine me. I want her to shine because I want to give her a platform. That's my sister. You know what I mean?
She did the thing.
Yeah, she's like super dope. That's also my artist. So I didn't even mention her because it's a given when you see me, you're going to see her. Like, we got a new joint, a follow-up to Follow Me that should be dropping real soon. So I think this one is actually way better than Follow Me. It's going to be way better. But yeah.
I got a feeling somebody will be in my inbox about it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's actually one of the biggest records I've had so far, at least on the continent. So hopefully everybody, you know, come looking for it.
Any type of estimated date right now? Or we're just still in album mode, still in.
We still. I mean, I recorded my verse. She recorded her verse. We're just waiting on Boz because he got a lot of projects that he's working right now. Like that guy gets busy. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's dope, man. Anything else that you want to fucking promote, talk about? What do you want to chop it up about before I get you out of here?
Yeah, like me and LJ, I already spoke about, you know, the joint that we got together. I'm going to shoot the video for that. I got a single called Deeper.
Yeah, bro, you about to be in a movie. You better lucky you're a fucking actor. LG's video production is fucking insane, bro. The amount of effort
it is. That's what, yo, I'm about to call him after we finish this. But yeah, so that joint, and then I did a joint called Deeper because I wanted to have the feeling like the African songs that was being played in my house when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Because I have so many influences from hip hop, calypso to so much. It's just so much stuff you hear like on the streets of New York, and you just like, you know, you grasp to it. Because growing up, I would hear reggae all day. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of mixed it in with my style. And then on top of that, I forgot to say, I was in the Army. I was an officer in the Army. So I have some travel, you know, travel to Germany, Korea, you know, Iraq, Afghanistan.
Salute to you for your service. I don't know if you've seen that reaction, but you did actually mention that in one of the videos that I did. I believe that was the storytelling one. And so I just wanted to salute you for that. You know,
I appreciate it.
Like that's always dope. And it does add, I don't know what word I want to use for this, but it adds a level of authenticity, I think. You know what I'm saying? When you have somebody that's talking conscious about wanting to do better for their country and stuff like that, and then there's receipts. You know what I'm saying? It's not just somebody that's saying it because they want to get a pat on the back. You know what I mean? For being that guy. And that's kind of been a reoccurring thing with you. You know what I mean? I hear it in the fans. I read every comment that goes on the videos and stuff like that. Like you don't garner that kind of affinity, you know what I'm saying, with fans if you're somebody that's phony or easily see-through and shit like that. So like I want to make sure you get your flowers from me, you know what I'm saying, face to face when I have the opportunity to fucking give them to you and shit like that. Like I notice things like that. I know who the rappers are that are rappers. You know what I'm saying? That that's what they care about. They just want to spit verses. You know what I'm saying? It's not and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But there is something about an artist who raps, talks that game in their raps, and then also backs it up you know what I'm saying, with their real life and shit like that. So just salute for that, man. That's super fucking dope.
Definitely. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that for sure. And like I said, it's not a lane. Making music is easy for me because I love to write. I wrote a book as well, but I love to write. But I'm trying to open up the lane to, you know, to the people over there so they can take over. That's why I created Diamond Kingdom Entertainment. You know, just put the guys on there so they can actually garner some type of residuals and royalties for themselves. You know what I'm saying? I don't ask for nothing. I don't take a percentage of nothing that they make. I didn't even really have them sign a contract. I don't want no money from anyone. I just want to give them hope and opportunity because I remember being a kid. I do remember that 8 years old. I was just wondering, like, man, how I'm going to make it? You know, what am I going to become? Like, what type of hope do I have? I'm sitting here in the slums, I'm in an abandoned car. I'm going like 2-3 days without food sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm struggling. So what am I going to become? So me remembering that, I want to be the one to give them hope. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, just open up a world to them so they know they can take care of their families.
That's fucking dope, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to Sierra Leone, man. If you guys are in the comments, you already know what to do. Drop the flags. Represent in the comments, man. I hope some people that don't know who you are, check this out, man. I'll promote it on all my platforms, obviously. I hope people go check you out, check out the music. KG Salone on all platforms. That's it. There's no other names. It's the same handle across all platforms.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right,
yep. And you know why they say Salone, right?
No, go ahead.
Okay, Salone is the nickname for Sierra Leone.
See, this is ignorant American brain, right?
Yeah.
So like I thought that, right? I not thought that, but like I questioned it. But I was like, I wonder if, you know, KG Salone, like I wonder if there was some type of thing. But you don't ever want to make that assumption. You know what I'm saying? I was like, because it's really close. It was one of those things where I was like, yeah, all right, now that makes sense. So yeah,
and I mean, because growing up they call me KG mostly all my life. KG means my name is Kenny Gouger. Then on top of that, like I studied 5% lessons, so it's knowledge God. But I couldn't just put KG on the albums and all that because somebody else got Kevin Garnett. But you know what I'm saying? So I added the Salone to it so they know who I'm representing for. You'll see like Salone Cool J, you'll see Salone JQ, you know, so they just showing you where they representing from. So Salone is the nickname from Sierra Leone. Shout out to Sierra Leone on the 60th independent anniversary, just passed on the 27th of April. Shout out to my people out there. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah, that's all I got for you, my guys. Is there anything else you want to dig into?
Nah, man, I just, you know, want to just thank you for your platform, and I appreciate you opening up the window to Africa so people can really see into it. I haven't made my way to South Africa yet. Like I said, Max Cortez, I reached out to him just to tell him I love what he's doing. I don't really know Stogie yet, but I would love to get to meet him. All those guys, man, my goal is to touch all 54 countries in Africa. I figure like America can go into Africa 3 times and even have room. That's how big Africa is. So if you can garner the attention of Africa, you know what I'm saying? It's almost better than having the attention of the rest of the world, because it's the biggest place on the planet. You feel me? So, you know, I just want to go and touch bases. So when I talk to someone like you or anyone else, I have knowledge of Africa, not just talking from a standpoint of Sierra Leone. That's what it is.
That's dope, man. You talk to LJ, you talk to Max or whatever like that. Tell him I said what's up. Super dope dudes. Hopefully at some point I'll get Max on here too. Like he's a beast. I know he just dropped some stuff recently. I got some older joints from him. I still got to dig it. He's got another one with LJ. Holy Flows. That's on my to get to list. I got like 700 tracks I got to get to it. My job is never done. My job is never done, man.
Look, you gonna be shocked. While me and LJ over there, we might record something and get you. I saw you spitting.
I'm just a reactor, man.
Hey, we might record something and get you over there to spit, man.
Nah, man. I was telling him too that I was going to put him on anytime that I get like a collaboration, you know, international collab or something like that. I want to try and link people up. I have right now in South Africa. Shout out to Speaker. He does these. They're called the Sotra ciphers, right? And he's got over 100 MCs that he has on his YouTube channel, right? And a lot of them do end up just being from South Africa. But I ended up hooking him up with some absolute monsters from everywhere from, yeah, obviously from the United States, and Arizona, New York. There's a couple of I got a guy in Australia. Shout out to Epiphany. So I'm connecting Australia to America, Canada. You know what I'm saying? Like we're trying to do my thing over here to do that. But it's very similar to what LJ is doing. I always salute him for that. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to put on additional artists and bridge those gaps and shit like that. Hopefully, as my brand gets bigger, I start to actually have some kind of an impact, and we can, get these link ups and stuff like that to come to fruition. Like that's the ultimate goal, for everybody involved, both sides.
That's dope. What I'm saying? That's real dope, though, man. That's dope. And like I said, you don't be shocked when you look in your inbox one day and like, no, they just sent me a track to get on. So it's like that. Like my man, Extra P, he just sent me a joint about 2 weeks ago. And I would just happen to be in the studio and I recorded a verse for him. And he just stepping out. He just reacted too, so he just stepping out, do something different. And we put a little record out.
I got such a terrible relationship with most reactors. Shout out to the Sean C. That's my guy. I'm trying to get better. I don't like them, man. I don't like the reactors. They all feel, not all, I don't want to say they all.
Yeah.
A lot that I see, I feel like are not genuine. I feel like, and if you listen to some of the verses that I spit, I say this shit a lot too. Like when you say that everything's dope, it really just means that nothing is. Like everything can't be the best thing you ever heard. Everything can't be 100 out of 100. Like it's just and like when I do, because like obviously you can't get good at your craft if you don't scope out the competition. You know what I mean? You have to, there's always something you can learn from somebody, no matter how big or how small they are. You know what I'm saying? So I do peep now and then. I'm getting better myself because I'm a battle rapper, right? I've always been a battle rapper. I don't make music. I don't record. I ain't got a studio. But you put me in front of somebody, I could tear somebody's head off, in a heartbeat. That's what I do. Like I'm here for the violence.
Yeah.
But like I'm trying to get better with changing my attitude towards it. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no benefit to me being the way that I am and having that wall up. You know what I mean? To other people who are doing their things. There is no benefit to it other than me just being an asshole. So that's personal growth that I need to dig into. You know what I'm saying? So like I do have a couple of reactors that I fuck with who I think give a more genuine perspective, you know what I mean? Or at least they're using their platform for promotional purposes to put the artist on and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right, and I got to big up to people like Jigs. I don't know if you know Jigs Illustration.
I don't know what it is, man.
Man, good dude, great dude. He's originally from Barbados. Well, it's Barbados, I think. Wherever Rihanna's from, I think Barbados, but he live in Canada. You know what I'm saying? My man Extra Phillip, he's from Cameroon, China. Now he lives in Canada. Of course, Sean T, shout out to Nigeria, and I appreciate the article y'all did for me in Nigeria. I don't know what happened. The song went to Nigeria and it just started taking off lately. For real, like it wasn't even a song that I put out, you know what I mean? And it was me going into another genre, like R&B type genre. But they flocked to it, so respect to that. Thank you for them. But yeah, Sean T, like I said, Extra Phillip, all them dudes, man. Everybody that been showing love. So mad respect to all them people. Definitely, I'm gonna introduce you to them because y'all gonna have a reunion.
I'm gonna drop my attitude. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start opening up my doors and stuff like that to other content creators, and I think that it'll benefit everybody involved. You know what I mean? Yeah. I still feel the way I feel. I'm still gonna talk the way I talk, but
you're a battle rapper. That's what you do, bro.
I gotta be. I can't lie. It's not in me. I can't fake liking something. I can't hear something
that's why I fuck with you.
Like, I just can't.
That's why I fuck with you. I actually love when you rated one of my songs and you was like, I'm not feeling it. And that's fine because everybody's not gonna love everything that you do. That's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like a yes man. You're not gonna get better if you just got a yes man on your side and just be like, yeah, that shit dope. And the shit is not dope. Then I go outside and I fall on my fucking face. You feel me? So I love genuineness. I love honesty. Tell me, yo, that shit is garbage. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
I do try to, I never attack an artist, right? It's never about a person, right? It's why is this bar good or why is this bar bad? Why does this flow with this music theory fit this track or why doesn't it? Because like, it's not like, what's the point in sitting here listening to something for 3 minutes and then just going, that was dope or that was bad. Like that, what? like it doesn't tell anyone anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, I don't know. It's never about disrespect. It's always from a place of obviously personal opinion, preference, things of that nature. But then also I do try to explain the whys behind everything, why it sounds a certain way to me, or why it does or doesn't move me, or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
then,
like,
that's genuine. That's genuine, man.
Facts,
I respect that any day. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Well,
it's mutual too, man. Like I seen the post that you make. You know what I'm saying? Like I know exactly what you're talking about. When the track where I was like, it does a lot of things well, but it wasn't cohesive. That was my critique of it. Like I felt like it didn't
and just a background on that song. I did that song prior to me putting DNA on it. You know what I mean?
I said that in the fucking reaction. I was like, "There's no way this," and I broke it down, and I was like, "This is exactly what happened." And I laid that all. I was like, "There's no way," and I didn't even realize that it was that DNA because of the way that the name was all put together on it. And as I was listening, I was like, "This really sounds like the American Boy. Like, what's going on here?" So like that threw me through a loop too. But I was like, "Hey." That's the whole point though, like, because there's a lot of people who would listen to that and not be able to pick up on those things that I pointed out. You know what I mean? And like, fuck me, who am I? You know what I'm saying? But I can give at least my 2 cents, and it's like kind of like a take it or leave it. Like, someone tells me to go fuck myself, I respect that. Who the fuck am I? Like what you like. I don't ever try to change no one's opinion. I just try to state what I hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it's ever about.
Right, and just just because one person don't like it don't mean because the song getting played in Africa in different countries. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like I said, I made the song because I was just doing something, just storytelling my life. And then when me and DNA spoke, and he was like, "What you got?" I was like, "Shit." You know what I'm saying? I just reached for that one real quick and I sent it to him. He was like, "I like it." And he recorded a verse to it. And shout out to DNA, man. Dude is super dope. I appreciate it.
How'd you end up meeting him?
New York niggas, man. You know how we click up.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Shout out to Philly too, man. My people out there.
You already know what it is.
Jersey. What up?
That was one of the things I was talking to Cal. Cal actually grew up not far. He grew up in Southwest, not far from me too. So I was like, that. A lot of my people are BZ, all of them. Sierra Leone is deep in Philly. I found that out and I was shocked. Dude, I'm telling you, this has been the whole thing. This entire YouTube experience has been super educational. It just opened my eyes to a lot of shit that I just had no idea about, man. That's super dope.
Yeah. That me too. I'm growing with you, bro. Trust me. Even though I'm Sierra Leone to the heart, I'm learning. Because all I had was so much Brooklyn in me, so much Jersey. I had to let off and just learn the world. You know what I mean? So just learning the world and learning about myself, and it's a great thing. I could pass it down to my children, man, make them better people. That's all.
That's awesome, man. I want to thank you again, man. Thank you for coming and talking with me, chopping it up. It's been an absolute fucking pleasure. I'll let you know. I'll send you links and stuff like that. It should post today. Hopefully in a couple of hours. I'll knock this out. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to before I get you out of here, my guy?
Yo, I want to give a shout out to Promoter Lava, to the whole Lone Gate Promoters Association, holding your boy down always, man. Shout out to Muhammad Kano, my guy that make all my flyers, shoot videos, all type of stuff, man. Dude, super talented. You would not believe it. With no electricity and a broken laptop, these dudes make all this stuff happen. You'll be shocked. Yeah, you got to see with your own eyes, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Put on Diddy, the whole Freetown, Bowtown, all of them, Diamond Kingdom Entertainment, Pontifex, Law Winner. I got y'all. That's how we move, baby.
All right, man. Shout out to you guys. Again, GS Gang, you already know what it is. Check out the music, check the reactions, stream it on all platforms. I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Q Jones, love you, boy.